A dead market is one of the most misleading conditions for binary options, because visually it doesn't look bad. Price is moving, candles are printing, you even get a few little impulses. And your brain automatically goes, okay, movement means opportunity, but a dead market isn't about no movement, it's about no initiative. There isn't a side that's truly willing to keep pushing. No buyers pressing and holding pressure, no sellers pressing hard enough to keep the drop going. So, price doesn't really go, it just swings. It's constantly searching for balance, and it keeps coming back to it. That's why a dead market is so dangerous for binary options. There is motion, but there is no meaning behind it. Picture this. Price takes a step in one direction, and almost immediately takes a step back. Then it steps again, and again it comes back. This can go on for a long time. From the outside it looks active, but in reality it's a market with no intention. It doesn't build momentum, it doesn't support follow-through, it doesn't let a move finish. And in binary options you don't just need to guess direction for a moment, you need the market to hold the logic of the move until the expiration. On a dead market, that logic keeps breaking. You can enter on a signal, you can see a reaction, you can even get a few seconds of information. And then the classic dead market pattern shows up. The impulse dies, price stops pushing, it stalls, and the market starts pulling back toward balance again. That's why expirations so often close against what you expected. Not because you read it wrong, but because in this environment the market is basically built for reversals. You enter for continuation, the market snaps back. You enter off a level, you get a weak reaction, then it drifts back to the center. You enter on a nice candle, the next candle eats the move. And the worst part is this. Even clean-looking setups becomes unstable on a dead market, because the environment doesn't let probability play out. It kills initiative at the start. There are three very clear signs you can spot with your eyes. First, a tight range. Price stays trapped in a small corridor for a long time. It can move up and down, but the boundaries don't really expand. It's like the market is squeezing and refusing to develop. And inside a tight range, every entry becomes a timing gamble, because price can easily pull back and return right into the expiration window. Second, constant snapbacks. The market keeps canceling itself. It just moved up, and now it's back. It just looked like it moved down, and now it's back in the middle again. These aren't healthy pullbacks. It's a habit of returning to balance over and over. And in binary options, this is especially toxic, because you enter based on an idea, but the market is living by a different idea. Go back. Third, wicks on both sides. You will often see candles with upper wicks and lower wicks. That tells you one thing: the market tries to go one way and gets pulled back. Then it tries the other way and gets pulled back again. It looks like something is happening, but nobody is winning. No dominant side, no pressure, no initiative. And this is the main trap. Traders see the movement and assume it's a chance. But movement does not equal opportunity. Opportunity shows up when movement has followed through, when it has a point, when there is a side actually leading price. On a dead market, movement is just noise around balance. That's why sometimes the best trade in binary options is not entry at all. Not because you are scared, but because you understand right now the environment is not giving you an edge. And here's the mindset shift. If you see a dead market, you don't have to force trades out of it. You don't have to enter just because the chart isn't frozen. Approach is choosing moments when the market gives conditions, and skipping the movement when it's simply moving without initiative. Remember this, a dead market can look active, but it doesn't help you probability. If this way of thinking makes sense to you, subscribe to Cronika. We don't just talk about where to enter in binary options. We focus on the bigger question: when entering makes sense at all.